What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cuss's Toy Reviews, and that's right, it is time once again for a brand new collection tour. Okay guys, so we're going to do this one a little bit different. We're going to start off showing the lobby area first. Okay, so first up we're going to show this piece right here. This is the Terminator 2 arcade 1-up. Because this area is like my lounge area where I come down and view movies and stuff like that, kind of make it like a little lobby arcade vibe we wanted to have there. So we got that Terminator 2 arcade 1-up right here. We also got like the popcorn and concession stands area with some drinks and good old drinks and wine rack. You know, you always got to have your good drinks. Then we move over to this section right here, which is like the main hub of the collection in the lobby. This is the Jazz Inc. Millennium Falcon Cockpit. And you got that Star Wars light box right there. And then voila, you have the Jazz Inc. Falcon Cockpit. There we have the Han and Chewie 2-pack, which will probably be on Good Morning Grails at some point. All these can be on Good Morning Grails. So we got the Luke, and we got Farm Boy Luke and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I just love this piece right here. Jazz Inc. is just, I think they do wonderful work personally. I do. I love this piece. This is probably one of my most favorite vehicle in my collection because it's so amazing. And yes, this case that you're seeing here, this is a case that I hand built. From parts from Home Depot. I got the acrylic from Home Depot. I cut it myself. All the wedges and gluing, all that was done myself. And I have a mirror in the background because this diorama has two pieces. You have the front area, which is this area right here, and then you also have the back area, which I put a mirror on the back of the case so you can see the back of it. You see the back part of it, and you got C-3po sitting there. I almost couldn't say his name. C-3po sitting back there, looking cool, and that is the Sideshow C-3po. Because we're still waiting for one from Hot Toys. But this thing is just full with all sorts of details. And I know some people are kind of butthurt about the painting. They think the painting on it could be better. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's a great piece. I love it a lot. Love it, love it, love it. Take another side profile of it. Side shot of it. Just looks great. Hot Toys couldn't produce it, but Jazz Inc. did. So if you look, just look at that. That's just phenomenal. Looks great. Moving along right here, we have my Neca section. And you'll see from the Neca section right here, you have the turtles from the 1990 movie right here. You got all four of the turtles, along with Shredder and some foot soldiers. Then you got our supporting characters here. You have Hamato Yoshi on one side, and then you have Rokosaki on the other side, and then you have Casey up top. You got Raphael, April O'Neil, Danny, and Splinter. Right here is nothing right here. I actually have the Channel 6 box set here. That's with the Catwoman of Channel 6 with April O'Neil and all that. And I actually sold that. I got rid of it. And the reason why, because I want to continue the movie line. And as you guys know, they are releasing the Secret of the Ooze set. So I wanted to get the Secret of the Ooze. I'm pretty much going to have the Secret of the Ooze set here. So that's where that's going to be. Then we also have the Turtles in Disguise. I got this last summer, and it was real hard to get. Really hard to get. You have April O'Neil, which is very rare. The April O'Neil and a broken foot soldier and Splinter. And down here you have a bunch of villains. You got Chrome Dome, you got Crane in the android body, you got Baxter Stockman, Baby Shredder has been knocked down, and Mondo Gecko is falling off his skateboard, which I gotta fix that. Okay. Then we have the Batman section with my Batman posters here. That Batman poster there as well. And you have, this is more NECA stuff. You have the Batarang from the Arkham Knight video game. And you have a Batarang from the 1989 movie, along with the grapple launcher from the 1989 movie. So this is kind of like a little, you know, my little Batman armory right here. And last but not least, on the Batman side, you have this right here. This was recently featured on Lael's channel, the 1/6 Scale Man's channel. It was on his show, Figure Flex Friday, and a lot of people say I shut it down. That was the first episode. Yeah, this is a great piece. Once again, guys, I'm sorry for the wiring. I know the wiring just kills it back there. It is just completely sloppy and ugly. So I'm gonna be fixing that. I should have fixed it before for filming this video, but you know, I'm a parent now, so I gotta get time. I gotta use the time that I have. So, you know, man, it's hard, but it's good. Love them. You probably hear my little one in the back just hooping and hollering with her grandmother, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the piece. The piece is phenomenal. Yes, this is the 1989 Batman from Hot Toys, and it looks great. I did not change the cape yet. That is the original trash bag cape that it comes with, which that cape is horrible, but I made it somehow look good. At least I think so. And then you got the Joker back there, 1989 Joker, looking amazing as well. And then you got that Hot Toys Batmobile, which I think is phenomenal. It looks good. Ah, man, I really like this piece. I think it's amazing. One thing about this though, the lights in it don't work at all. After a year of owning it, I noticed the lights stopped working, so that's just what it is. You're supposed to be able to go in and actually replace the LEDs. I just haven't had the time to do it yet, but regardless, it looks great. It's a wonderful piece. It's a jewel in my collection, and I love it. Got this right here. This is the Blitzway 1:1 scale T800 arm, which is mechanical. And I have it here right next to the Terminator poster, which actually this Avengers End Game poster was probably going to move, and we're probably going to get a Terminator 2 poster. But I didn't do that because I got this right here. So you get Terminator right here, and you get Terminator right here. So I did it like that. And you see all my Avengers posters along with the Terminator poster. Like I said, that'll probably change. The idea is to change these out every so often, but y'all know I'm an Avengers guy. I'm a Marvel guy, and I love my Avengers. Love the Avengers movies. But back to this piece right here. You guys know I went through a lot of hell with this piece, and I'm sure you guys seen the video. But it looks great. It looks awesome, and I might as well turn it on for you guys to see how it works. As you can see right here, it's controlled by the chip, by the brain chip right here, which doubles as a remote. So you turn it on, and you have these buttons right here. And we're gonna look up at it. Once I click these buttons, it moves. Very awesome. And we click the other button, and it does this gesture. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's turn it off for now. Yep. Good to know that that is working. I don't turn it on that much anymore because the first one, you guys will know this is the second one that I bought. The first one I bought, I got it around Christmas, and it broke on me. One of the fingers popped and they just weren't working anymore. It was doing weird hand gestures and everything. So I had to return it to Sideshow. Sideshow was out of it. I completely lost the piece, but I did get my money back. But I found another company in Australia, which is Pop Culture. Pop Culture was selling one, and I was able to get it from them, and this is the one that you see right here. So I don't turn it on that much. I just leave it. I'll turn it on maybe once. I play with it maybe once a week, and I leave it at that. Mainly it just sits here as a statue, just for the rest of the home theater, and just leave it at that. But that is the lobby area of my collection. Let's move on to the main room. Okay, so first up, let's look at the Marvel section. Right here, you have another case that I built. This is an IKEA case that I built, and it's sitting on top of a DTOF. And you have the Falcon from Civil War, and Vision from Age of Ultron, and Scarlet Witch from Civil War as well. I think the three of them look simply amazing up there, and they are awesome. Moving down, we have the first of the well, not the first of the Avengers, but this is the Avengers line from the movie The Avengers, and we have the Mark 7 diecast. This is the second version of the Mark 7, the diecast version, which looks awesome, along with the very first version of Captain America from the 2012 Avengers. I know since then the new one has come out, and that one looks great with more articulation and everything. The head sculpt that came originally with this one is terrible. It's horribly outdated and doesn't look like Chris Evans at all. So what I did is I did a modification and added the head sculpt from the End Game Captain America. So that's what you're seeing right there, and they look great. Moving along, you got Thor from the first Avengers movie, along with the Hulk. And I know the Hulk has kind of become somewhat of a chase figure, maybe even a grail at this point, because I know there's so many versions of the Hulk that's out now. Well, actually, it's only one that you can get at this point, and that is the Professor Hulk from Endgame. But this one right here has kind of become a big chase figure right here, kinda, because I know a lot of people want this one. They want this version of Hulk. But yeah, I love these two together and love them in that first film, and they look awesome. Moving along down here, you have Hawkeye and I always call her Scarlet. I always want to call her Scarlet because it's Scarlett Johansson. But you have Hawkeye and Black Widow and Nick Fury from that original Avengers movie, and I still love these figures. I think we can all say that the Black Widow figure has totally improved over the years from this version, but I still love this version. I actually want to see them do an update to this one with a better head sculpt, and maybe even do sculpted hair. It'd be nice to see that with this figure. But I still think with the rooted hair, she looks good. And that Hawkeye, I remember when I got that Hawkeye at that time. This was about 2015 when I bought it. This figure was going for like $700 back then. Can you imagine a Hawkeye figure going for that much? Because he was rare. And I remember I bought this one for about $300. Came with everything, but with no art box. So you had to do what you had to do back then. But you can get him real cheap with the art box and everything at this point. I think you can get all these guys pretty cheap now because there's so many versions of the Avengers out at this point. But yeah. So last but not least, in this case, in this D-Talk for the Avengers line, you have the original Avengers Loki and Phil Coulson. I still love that Loki figure. Really interested to see what the new version is going to look like and how it's going to improve from this one. That's going to be really interesting to see. And then you got Phil Coulson here, which I love. It's funny how the MCU has kind of moved away from Coulson and all that from the first Avengers film, and then we all know Coulson went and did his own thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But it's funny because now you can watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Disney Plus, and so I'm guessing all that stuff is still canon in the Avengers movies and everything. I would like to see more crossover with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and maybe maybe Marvel can say something about Coulson and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all his stuff in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and bring that in the MCU film somehow. But anyway, that's them. and they look great. Let's move up. Now we're going towards the Avengers End Game line. So how I'm doing this is I did Avengers 1 here and Avengers End Game, and which makes kind of sense because, you know, in Avengers End Game, they actually revisited the first Avengers, all the events from the first Avengers. So just made sense to pose them all like that. And right here you have the battle damage version of Thanos along with the battle damage version of Tony. And I love this display. I think it looks great. It's just so poetic. How both of them are doing the snap, how one's trying to do the snap for evil, and the other's doing the snap for good. And it just looks great. I think it's phenomenal. I just love these figures. Just every time I come in my room, I really just stare at this and love this. And guys, check out my review of the Mark 85 battle damage. I really took my time doing that, and I'm really proud of that review. It's, in my opinion, it's figure filmmaking and just art, but you gotta check it out. You guys be the judge. But me, it's my favorite review right now. Moving along, we have put that there to hold these. Try to hold these, you know, doors open so you guys can get a good shot of what these figures look like. And you have the Trinity right here, the MCU Trinity. You got Bro Thor with the Mark 85 clean version and Captain America. And these things look spectacular. They're simply amazing. Once again, sorry for all the janky wires back there. Like I said, when the time is right, I'll go back and I'll clean those up. But for right now, you're gonna get janky wires. All right, moving along, you got Professor Hulk along with Rocket and Iron Patriot, and I love these figures. Now, Iron Patriot was always on my list to get this, but this figure is just amazing, and that head sculpt of Don Cheadle, just spectacular work. It is simply amazing. I love it. And little Rocket just brings this team together. I like how everybody was sectioned off in Endgame as teams. And honestly, I was never really excited to get this figure right here we're seeing, Professor Hulk. I wasn't really excited about him, to be quite honest with you. I was like, I'll get him when I get him. And when I seen him in my comic book store, I was just my local comic book store, which is Third Eye Comics. I fell in love with it, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get this guy. And the figure is a good figure. I do think he is the weakest of all the Hulk figures, in my opinion, but he's still a good figure. Down here you have Rescue, Pepper Potts Rescue, and you have my girl Captain Marvel. And I think she looks good. I think these both look very good together. Let's get a close up on that. Just look at that head sculpt. I know some people say, I don't think it looks like Pepper like that. I don't think it looks like Gwyneth, but I think it looks like Gwyneth. I think it looks good. Then you also got Captain Kern. I think she looks good. I think she looks phenomenal. Great figure. I actually like this version of the figure better than the first one. And last but not least, here you have Hawkeye and Black Widow, which I think they look amazing. And you also have Ronin down there with him, the alternate version. Yeah, I wasn't gonna keep going back and forth changing Hawkeye from Ronin. I mean, I think I broke one zipper on the vest of the Hawkeye, so I just got a separate body and just used some of the pieces that came with it and just made a Ronin figure and just called it a day, because yeah, I love the figure so much. They definitely needed to, it definitely needed to be displayed along with the Hawkeye. So I had to have regular Hawkeye and regular Ronin together, and that's why you got those three down there. All right, moving along, we got, let's move this one out the way. We got, sorry for this light. Let me turn this purple light off right here. There we go. And you got this version of Thanos, which I know this is a lot of people's favorite version of Thanos right here. And he is very good. This is the one I think you should have because he's the winner. He was successful in his quest at this point. And then we also have the Space Wizard. What is it? The Infinite Toys Space Wizard, which is Ebony Maw. I know a lot of people wanted to know if I was going to actually continue with the Dark Order line. I'm not. My cousin is though. He has all of the Dark Order, and I'm going to be showing you guys that once we do his collection tour. We'll probably be doing that sometime in the future, probably in a couple of weeks from now. We'll do that. But those are those two, and they look great. All right, you have these guys right here from Infinity War. You got the Iron Spider, the Mark 50, and Doctor Strange. And I just realized Doctor Strange is not on a base right now. I think I swap bases a lot. Y'all see that in my collection. I swap a lot of bases out. Once again, oh god, that wiring back there is crazy. Let me tell y'all something. I had the wiring kind of get tucked away and hidden, and then over a period of time they just fell back. So that's what you're seeing right there. And yeah, I'm a little late on doing this collection tour, so I didn't want to keep putting it off. So yeah, this is why you're getting it like this with those janky wires. Once again, sorry for that. But here you go. You got these guys right there. You got Bucky, you got Black Widow, and you got Captain America from Infinity War. And I love these three. I think these three look good together. I know some people don't like the hair on the Black Widow. I think Dante, Man of High Collectibles, actually added some dark streaks in the hair and made the hair look much better. I think him and Leia 1/6 scale man did that. So I gotta find out how they did that, because I think I want to do that to this figure as well. But I still like her. I think she looks good. Bucky looks dope as hell. I mean, Bucky is kind of a boring figure, but that head sculpt and the likeness is just on point, and it's just a dude with a big ass machine gun. Captain America, I will admit this isn't my favorite version of Captain America, but it's a different version because you see him with a beard and he has that Wakanda shield things, which I did not like at all. I prefer the regular Captain. I prefer my Captain America with the shield, regular shield. So that's that. All right, moving along, we have everybody's favorite version of Thor. This is the Infinity War Thor, and I got him like this because I think he looks badass with the eye patch and the seamless arms. And you have Teenage Groot there looking like, huh? And last but not least, on this shelf right here, you have War Machine, one of my favorite versions of War Machine. The digitized camo armor just looks great. And you also have my guy right here, the Punisher. Love this version of the Punisher. I'm sure we're going to see him again in MCU. And I kind of, paired these up because, rumor has it they're going to be doing Armor Wars. And we may see Frank in a Iron Man suit, which is going to be crazy. You're going to get an Iron Punisher. You just make that was the rumor. That was the rumor like 6 months ago. I don't know what it is today, but I remember them saying something about that. So that's why I paired them up. And I mean, he's kind of alone, in this collection. So I just pulled them. I just thought these looked cool together. So there you go. All right, moving along. Let's close this one and just look up here. We have one of the prize sets in my collection right here is this right here. This was a big moment in just film history, a big moment in comic book movie history, and just great for great for people of color, collectors of color. Just great. I mean, the Black Panther collection. This is just a crown jewel in my collection. You got the regular Black Panther figure there with the light up base. That light up base is a little janky, a little flimsy, and doesn't work that much, but it does look good with the effects, seeing like all the vibranium glyphs come on it when you see when it lights up. I gotta work on that because that is a cool feature, but it's not working right now. And then you got one of my favorite figures of all time, Shuri, which she just looks phenomenal, a must-have. Then you also have the Chadwick Boseman head sculpt. That's right, Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. to our brother. Miss you. I don't know how they're gonna do the new movie without you, but damn, it looks good. And this head sculpt is actually sitting on the I believe it's the I want to say J and D, but I forget what it is. I forget the name of them, but it's JD Customs. I believe that's the name of it. They made this set, and that came with the outfit and the body parts, and you just added the head sculpt. And putting him on that throne just looks amazing. You also got the Chaka up there, looking cool. With the dashiki, with the kente, the kente cloth around the outfit, looking dope. And of course, everybody's favorite, Eric Killmonger. That figure is simply amazing. Just one of the best figures Hot Toys has ever produced, and probably the best figure of this whole line, in my opinion. And this line is just amazing. Must have in your collection, especially if you love Marvel, especially if you love Black Panther, a must have. All right, moving along. We have, make sure I put my little door stopper here to hold the door together. Yeah, you have this right here, Mysterio, which was one of my favorite figures from last year. That Mysterio is just amazing, just on the money, just a great figure. We zoom in on him. He looks good. We'll focus in on him. He just looks good. All of it, the smoke, all of it, the effects, the dome just looks great. Then you got, and I gotta admit, I think this is my favorite Spider-Man right here. This is the Spider-Man from Far From Home, and he's not being posed up that much because he just looks perfect right there. He looks perfect. I gotta do a dynamic pose with him because this outfit is pretty cool for posing. It is. I've posed it a little bit and it put some creases in it, but as soon as I put it back in this pose, the creases fell right out of it. So it's a real good Iron Man figure. Then you have these three guys right here. You got the advanced suit from No Way Home. I'm sorry, the advanced suit from Homecoming. So all these home titles. The advanced suit from Homecoming. You have the Mark 47, everybody's favorite, Venom. And I know a lot of people, the Venom figure, I for one think it's amazing because we don't get that many figures like this from Hot Toys. But I know a lot of people were excited about this figure, and then it's like the excitement kind of went away, and some people are like selling it off and just like, I think it was like a big hype around it, and then when people found out it was attainable, they kind of backed off it, which was, kind of funny, But even me at first, I was like, do I really want this in my collection? And then when I opened the box and looked at it, I was like, hell yeah. So there he is, looking the Tony Stark head sculpt. And yes, and that is the Tony Stank head sculpt. That is the Tony Stank head sculpt. And you got people looking at him like, come on, man, what are you doing? And then you got that Mark 47 in the back. Honestly, I'm thinking of selling Mark 47. And I know you're going to be like, what? That was another figure everybody was after, and then they re-released and now it's sitting. But as I think of it, do I really need it in my collection? I don't know. So I may be selling that figure. If you're interested in buying that from me, reach out to me. I'll give you a good deal on it, if I decide to sell it. Still thinking about it. Right here we have Ant-Man and Hope Van Dyne, looking cool, looking very good. They're kind of tucked in here because I had to alter the case to get Venom in there. But they're good figures. They're kind of hidden in the collection right now, but they are great. I love these figures. The head sculpt on Hope is just amazing. Let's look at it, bring it in. The Evangeline Lilly, she really, that looks like her straight up. And I still think this is the best Paul Rudd head sculpt money can buy at this point. So these figures are amazing. They look good. All right, last but not least in this case, you got Deadpool and my guy, Stan Lee. Stan the Man Lee. Once again, all those wires back there just kills it. Sorry, once again.
But yeah, these guys are amazing. They look great. Love this pose. And I think this was the best way to have them in the Marvel collection, because Deadpool is a scamp. He's always like annoying people and playing with people and breaking the fourth wall, breaking the third wall or fourth wall or whatever, or all walls. So having him posed up with Stan just is great. It looks amazing. All right, moving along. I'm getting on my knees to do this. This is what happens when you don't have risers. That was pretty much it. Well, not pretty much it with the Marvel. We'll do the rest of the Marvel. We'll finish up Marvel and then we'll go to Star Wars. So right here, speaking of collections, this collection right here. Oh my goodness. Love these guys right here. This is great. They are just awesome and just amazing. Yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy. And you got Nebula over there. Nebula, I need y'all to put some respect on Nebula's name, because that Nebula figure is a great figure. And I think you need to get it, because once it's gone, they're not going to make that again. Seriously. So I need to jump on that. Another great figure is you got my girl right here, Gamora, looking good, looking sexy with that rifle back there. Just looks dope. She looks amazing. Then you got Drax back there, which I got him for a great deal last year. Just looking cool, looking dope. You got our boy Peter Quill there with the pistols, looking cool as fuck. Looking cool, got him, loved him. And one of my favorite figures of all time, Yondu. I love this Yondu figure. Let's get a close up on this guy. Damn, he looks good. He looks damn good. Love that guy. And then they're surrounded by Baby Groot. You got Baby Groot there. You got Baby Groot there. And of course, last but not least, you got Rocket, ready to bust you with the blaster cannon. And these figures are great. This is also another crown jewel in my Marvel collection. Finishing up the Marvel collection right here, we have Thor Ragnarok, and I love this set. I think that Hulk is probably one of the best Hulks ever made. He just looks dope. And the beautiful, the sexy Hela. This Hela is just an amazing figure. The likeness, let's just focus in on the likeness of this lady. Oh my God. She is simply amazing and just beautiful as all hell. Hela was real sexy in that movie. Yes. Then you got this guy right here, Thor, looking awesome as well with the swords. I love this collection. Now, I said it once before, I'll say it again. I actually had the Barber Stan Lee to go with this collection. I bought it. The figure was alright. It was alright. It was cool. It's Stan. You can't be mad at Stan. And I love the colors. But then I thought about it. I was like, why are we getting a Stan Lee figure and no Valkyrie? So Hot Toys, I need a damn Valkyrie. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And that is pretty much, I think that's it with the Marvel side. Let's move over to the Star Wars side of the collection. Okay, now here's the Star Wars side of the collection for this room anyway, because I know I just showed you guys the Cockpit and most of the New Hope figures. So right here, starting off with, we have the Boba Fett 2-pack, and this is from The Mandalorian. And this 2-pack is amazing. Okay, this 2-pack is just so good. For all you guys that don't have it yet, you guys are in for a great treat. These figures are awesome and just look great. They are worth the wait. And I know a lot of people were butthurt by the Boba Fett TV show, and some people think that, oh, you know, that's going to affect this 2-pack and everything. I'm going to tell you, if you let that affect this 2-pack, you're crazy. First of all, this is not from the book of Boba Fett. This is from The Mandalorian. And we can all attest and all agree that this scene was badass. It was badass. A good re-intro for Boba Fett. And yeah, it was great. And these figures look phenomenal. Come on, just look at that damn sculpt. Look at that. Look at that damn. Look at that. That looks like, yeah. That looks good as hell. Look at this guy right here. Intimidating as shit. Just a wonderful set. All right, moving along. Once my camera focuses. We have the Armorer, which isn't my favorite figure at all. But I think with the Book of that episode, the Bryce Dallas Howard episode of Book of Boba Fett, these three right here are complete standouts. I mean, it literally made me run out and get a heavy Mando. Shout out to my guy Anthony from 6 Gal Mafia. He actually had an extra and he sold this to me for at cost. So I did not overpay for this figure right here for heavy Mando. Thank you so much, Anthony. You're awesome. You're a G. Then you also have the Mandalorian from the 2-pack. And of course, you got little Grogu down there, hiding behind his de facto dad, Mando, looking cute as can be. Moving along, you have the Durasteel Mando, along with Grogu in the hover pram, which the hover pram comes with this guy right here, but I moved it down here for space reasons. First, you got IG-11, which if you guys don't have IG-11, you're crazy. You need to get this figure. This is a great droid, and I mean, he has die-cast legs. Come on, I mean, and he lights up. I mean, he's just dope as all hell. And then last but not least, in this case, you got little Grogu, the 1-to-1 scale from Hot Toys, and he is adorable. Now, originally I had the Sideshow one that came out, and I believe the Sideshow one came out, I think 6 months before this one came out. Once I saw pictures of this one online, the blogger photos of this one, I immediately sold the Sideshow one and got this guy. I like the fact that it poses. I like the fact that you can articulate, that you can swap out the ears and the hands and everything. Yeah, the elephant in the room, the mouth. I would suggest if you have this figure or doll or 1-to-1s, well, this is a figure, 1-to-1 scale figure, you keep the mouth in that position right there so you don't have any chin rips or anything like that. I haven't had any problems with mine. I did close his mouth at one point for a pose, but then I soon put it right back in this position just so I wouldn't have any problems stretching the rubber. But I haven't had any separations or anything like that. I haven't had any problems like that, honestly, with any of my Hot Toys figures. Blitzway, another story, but no problems at all with this guy, and I love him. I think he looks adorable. All right, moving along. Let's open this case. Ugh. All right. We have this set right here. That's right, and this was featured on my new show, Good Morning Grails, which you can see Eastern time on at 8 a.m. Tuesdays and 8 a.m. Saturday mornings. This set was featured on there, and it looked simply amazing, and I love these two together. They just look so intimidating. I love this set. This is great. And yes, I did overpay for this set because it is a grail, but it was something that I always, and it was around my birthday, so I decided to treat myself. Moving along, you got my alter ego here, Lando Calrissian, which I love this figure, which if you don't have a figure in your collection, shame on you. If you don't have these two in your collection, shame on you, because these are OT, and OT, in my opinion, OT over everything. Seriously, OT over everything. Original trilogy over everything. But I love these two right here. You got, that is the Boba Fett from, I forget, that's just the deluxe. I think that was the second Hot Toys release of Boba Fett. Where he came with the different outfits and all that other different pieces to his outfit and everything. But these look great together. I know I just said OT over everything, but I had to get these figures. These figures are amazing. Especially this Rey look like Daisy for show. That looks like Daisy Ridley for show, and it just looks so damn good. You got Adam Driver back there is Kylo Ren looking good. I know a lot of people did not like the sequels. I'm one of them. I didn't like the sequels, but I love these figures. They look great.
Moving along, you have Leia and Wicket down here. I love this box set. It comes good. All the shrubbery was bought and not added from like stuff from Michaels and stuff like that. And it looks good. It looks great. Sorry that it's on the bottom, but it looks good down here. And I love this set. Okay, next up for this DTOF right here, we have this guy right here, Darth Maul from episode 1, and I love this figure. Once again, those wires in back are just inexcusable. I am sorry, y'all. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I know y'all gonna fry me in the comments. It is all good. But yes, this is Darth Maul. I love this figure. I think this is the Darth Maul to get. I know they recently just released the Clone Wars Darth Maul, and I think that one is nowhere near as good as this one. So I believe this is the one to get, and that's just my opinion on that. Speaking of the Clone Wars, we have these guys right here. We have the newly released Ahsoka, which I love her. She is standing on that little holographic table that came with the prequel Obi-Wan. And, you know, we've seen some pictures of her standing on a table, you know, posed like that, kneeling down with the lightsaber. So I decided to recreate it using that. We also have a 501st, we have a 501st trooper back there. And he looks very cool, very menacing, and just, you know, ready to take orders. And of course, we have everyone's favorite Captain Rex, looking cool. This is all the Clone Wars representation that I need right now. I would like to buy more troopers. I just don't have the space for them right now. But I love this. I love these three, and they look awesome. Speaking of the prequels and Obi-Wan, we have the Obi-Wan from the prequels right here, along with Anakin, and that is the regular Anakin. That's not the dark side Anakin, but that's the regular one. And these guys look great. Love them. They are awesome. And last but not least, for this case, we have Rey from The Force Awakens, and that's her with BB-8. Pretty much about to fix his antenna, and I believe this is when they first met, and I just wanted to recreate that. I think it looks great. I may be selling this figure as well because I already have that Rey right there, so I really don't see the sense in keeping this. The only thing that's making me keep this is BB-8, to be quite honest. BB-8, I love that guy. He looks cool. Right here, we have my Star Wars poster, and I love this poster. Real vintage, real cool look. And I'm probably gonna add some more stuff right here. I'm not sure. I'll probably put some lightsabers on the wall right here. But honestly, I'm thinking of putting another column right here, probably another DTOF right here. So I'm still working that out. Some of the space is a work in progress. But when it comes to lightsabers, we have two lightsabers right here. We have the Hasbro, I believe it's the Hasbro Elite Series dark saber right there, and I love this thing. This thing looks so cool. I love how when you press that button right there, it just lights up, and it looks great. Also, we have a Saber Forge Prodigal Son right there, which we all know that they can't, you know, they're not officially licensed to call it the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi lightsaber, so they called it the Prodigal Son, and it looks good. I love it. That lightsaber is great. Love these two sabers, and I plan on getting more very soon. Now we're gonna jump over this case. We're gonna get back to this case, but we want to stay with Star Wars, so we're gonna go with this section right here, which is kind of, you know, it's kind of random on this side, but I'm still working the spacing of everything out. And recently we showed this on Good Morning Grails, and I love this piece right here. This is the DX07, the Bespin Luke set, and I just love it. And for you guys that watched that episode and knew that I had this problem, yes, the lights work. They have been fixed. The lighting is still kind of weird because as you see, it popped on for a minute, like together, and then they
go back and forth like that. But the light is working. I managed to get it working and got that fixed. And this set is just great. I believe this is the first Hot Toys Star Wars figure set, and I just had to have it. I love it. It looks great. Let's cut that off, try to conserve some of that battery. Moving along here, we have, this is my Darth Vader from A New Hope and Return of the Jedi Luke. And this scene represents when they're getting out of the Death Star. Was it a Death Star? No, it was when they're getting off I can't even remember. Was it the Death Star of the ship, or not the Death Star? That's the first. But yeah, when they were getting off the ship and they were bringing and they had just defeated Palpatine, and Luke is carrying Darth Vader out there, his father, which is now turned to the light side of the Force. And he's trying to get them out there. And this is right before he fell down and said, "Hey, I want to gaze upon you with my eyes, my son," and all that goodness. So I wanted to recreate that. Beautiful pose, beautiful pose. I saw a blogger do this pose, and I just kind of stole it and went with it. And it looks great. Jumping around once again, because I got Star Wars stuff just stashed all over in different areas. We have this right here, another scene I wanted to recreate. We have the Princess Leia the Princess Leia from A New Hope, along with R2-D2. Now this R2-D2 is not a Hot Toys R2-D2, and it's also not a Sideshow R2-D2. This is the R2-D2 from Spiro. So I just thought he looked good with the set, and I didn't want to go and try to buy that particular figure backwards, not yet anyway. So I thought he looked good with this and did that pose, and there you go. Now we're gonna jump back to this case in a little bit. We're gonna go to this case right here. Okay, now I want to jump on this side of the room right here, and this is pretty much the 80s all right here. So as you can see, we have the Back to the Future collection right here, and that is Marty from Back to the Future 2 on the hoverboard. We have Doc Brown flying around in the hover converted version of the Time Machine DeLorean. And yes, this is the one by Hot Toys. And a good thing about this is, Alexa, turn on the DeLorean. Love that every time. That never gets old. You have the lighting right here. And I know some guys are wondering, how the hell did you get the flying DeLorean from Hot Toys? Well, this is the G1 DeLorean. I just was able to buy parts online. I got it from a guy named Tom on eBay. Look at the video. I did a video about this a long time ago that tells you in detail on how I did this. So just go check out the videos. I think it was about 2000. I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, and I was bored and I found a way online to do this. Watched Denobi's video and got in contact with the guy he got in contact with, and was able to get the parts and was able to get this done. But it looks good. I love it. It looks great. You also got Marty right here. This Marty was released. Focusing on it. Yep, that's right. This Marty was released back earlier last year, and I got it from Sideshow, and I love it. That is the new Marty, and he looks good. Moving along, we have these guys right here. That's right, the Blitzway Ghostbusters. Last week, this was the Good Morning Grails for last week, and yeah, man, if y'all saw that live stream, man, I was struggling. I was struggling to open up all four of these and to get these posed up, but we did it. I'm probably going to be doing a more detailed, and I will be doing a more detailed video on these guys, going through some poses. It'd be more like a pose, not exactly a review video, but it'll be a big pose session video / review, because you guys already saw me do the unboxing. So it'll be mostly about the posing and what these guys look like, and just going in detail with it, because I know it's going to be some people that really want to see these, because it's only a matter of time before the new set comes out, before Blitzway offers a new set. They haven't said anything yet, but
they did re-release the Ecto 1 from Afterlife, so I can't imagine them not re-releasing these guys or alternate version of these guys. Maybe we'll get them older, or rumor has we may be getting the ones from Ghostbusters 2 with the slime blasters and all that stuff. So we'll see. But right now, I love these. They did cost me quite a bit of money, but I'll tell you right now, they were worth it, and they'll be worth it if you're a big fan. But I don't recommend people buying figures backwards. But if you really like it and you got the means to get it, go get it. But use your own discretion. That's what I say. Anyway, we got these guys right here. We have the battle damaged RoboCop and Alex Murphy, and this video is probably going to be coming out after we do a Good Morning Grails with these two. So yeah, you're at this point, we haven't done the Good Morning Grails with these figures, but you should have seen that by now if everything goes to plan. Has gone to plan. But these guys look great. We also got Ecto 1 Jesus. We got Ed 209. Got Ghostbusters on the brain. We got Ed 209 in the background, and I got him for a monster deal last summer through a local collector. All right, moving along. We have the Terminator figures right here, and we also had these. We had this DX13 featured on Good Morning Grails last weekend. And they look great. Love these. As you can see it right there, you got the shootout version, you got the Tech Noir version, you got the battle damage version from Terminator 2, you got the T-800 as Sarah Connor, you have the T-800 in the background there in his liquid metal form. You got him as the police riding bike rider, and you got the regular T-800 there. Love those figures. Okay, now I get a lot of questions about these right here. Yep, these are the Nike Mags, and they are great. Now, I know what y'all thinking, this guy has money. No, I do not have money. These are replicas. I'm not going to say where I got these replicas from, but yeah, they still cost a pretty penny, but I paid, I think, about $500 for these, and these are wearable. They do light up. They're actually based off the 2011 model, so they do not auto lace or anything like that. But I do know a guy that can install that technology for you in this pair if you want them, if you find a way to obtain them. But they are dope. They are cool. I just have these just for the display. Yes, I have taken pictures and worn these in pictures and stuff like that, but they're mainly just to sit here. Yeah, I'm not a guy that, that's about buying replicas and all that stuff, but they look cool. But no, these are not official. So no, I did not pay about, 30 grand or anything, or 20 grand for them or anything like that. These are replicas, but they do look the part and they look great. This guy right here, this is the Trick or Treat Studios Chucky, and he looks awesome from See the Chucky. And yes, I personally handmade the stands for these guys. This one as well. This is the Chucky. This is the good guy doll from Trick or Treat Studios, and I also built the stand for that one as well, plus that little voodoo dagger as well, and they look great. Chucky's holding the heart of Damballa. This can also be bought from Trick or Treat Studios as well. All right, now for the final section of the collection. It's kind of a hodgepodge right here. And we're going to start with this right here. Now, I saw another YouTuber do something similar to this with the Batpod, and I just had to take it to the next level. Let's just marvel in this for a minute, because me personally, I think this looks phenomenal. I think this looks great. You gotta have some. I don't have the Christian Bale Batman yet, so I thought this would work pretty well for now. And it looks simply, you guessed it, amazing. That's right, the 1966 Batman on the Batpod, along with Burt Ward, Robin beside him, looking straight jealous like,
what the hell are you right? He's looking like, what the hell is this? And Adam West is like, I don't know, but it's cool. In peace. Love that, love that, love that. Next up, this last case is kind of a hodgepodge of collecting. I think I'm gonna make this more of a DC case or just a one-off case, pretty much. Right here, you see what it is. That's right, this is Will's favorite, Pennywise, and he looks menacing as all hell, and he looks great. Moving along, we have Bill and Ted. Y'all know that Bill and Ted were actually in the same area where Ghostbusters were, but since then they had to get kicked out. I'm sorry. Ghostbusters trumps Bill and Ted. Sorry, as much as I love Bill and Ted. I removed the booth. You guys know that I had the phone booth. The phone booth has been taken out. Let me just focus in a little bit. Yep, the phone booth has been removed. I just didn't have the room for it. I haven't dismantled it or anything, but I just took it out because I didn't have the room. But here they are. They're there. And yeah, when I was alluding to Blitzway and figures cracking and having problems with the joints and all that and bending, yeah, the joints on these figures just gave away. I mean, not the joints, but the seamless arms just tore and ripped, and you can see the metal skeletons, under them, and it's real bad. That's why they're wearing while Ted is wearing his jacket and Bill is wearing his shirt, because they look like robot evil us's at this point. I'm actually thinking of doing a mod, buying another pack and modding these guys to be the evil robot us's from Bogus Journey, but that's going to take a while to do, so we'll see. We already talked about Princess Leia, and last but not least, and he's kind of in the dark right now. Once again, sorry for all the bad wiring, but you got the CW Flash, and he looks cool. He looks great, but he is at the bottom because we don't have anything else to go with him at this point. I know at some point this year I'll be getting the what is it called? Losing my train of thought. I'll be getting the Batman box set. I'll be getting the Batman Superman box set from Justice League. So they'll probably be over here. And I'll put them with the Flash. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some stuff with DC in this area, but I'm still working it out. We still got plenty of room up top and all that other stuff. But for the main part, this is the figure room. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next collection tour. Peace, and we are out.